Well, you're back to hear the final chapter of the old man Parkranger saving this hiker. You think he's gonna make it out, though? I guess you're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm sure this old man's gonna be okay, though, right? He has been so far. Ron awoke, the scent of death and blood still in his nose. His plan hadn't worked. He hoped that bringing the creature to the tower, knowing where it was coming from and how it would enter the tower, he would be able to take it on. But it easily ripped the door from the tower and shredded him again. Ron needed to come up with a different plan. He decided this time he would instead lead the hiker to the other tower and then stay quiet. Ron had realized the first voice that had talked to him was the creature looking for him. So if he followed the same plan as last time, everything would work out. He quickly headed to the map, pushing in pins following the path he already had tried and taken. This time he just needed to change one thing. Ron could hear the radio blaring behind him, and he decided to answer.
Come in, Tower 4. Do you copy? Over.
Tower 2, this is Tower 4. I copy. Over.
Good to hear, Tower 4. Kicking off for the night. Park's all yours. Over.
Ron was happy with the map planned out. He was ready to do this. If saving both himself and the hiker didn't end this continuous loop of death, nothing would. He looked at the bookshelf once again, reminding himself to take that book on those mythical and paranormal creatures. Ron decided that after this experience, he wanted to invest more into these creatures and unknown beings.
Hello?
That's when the radio went off. Copy, this is Tower 4. Go on, tell me what's going on.
Something? I'm lost and something is chasing me.
I read you. Just calm down. You need to stay calm. I'm gonna take care of you. What was following you? Did it look like a big Goatman? Where are you and where did you see it?
You have to help me. I'm going to die out here.
I'll turn the floodlights on. Just wait a second. You'll see them. They're bright. Ron headed out, pulling the floodlights down. He had started the loop again. Everything was the same. He was ready to save this man's life,
I'm gonna
though.
come to you. Thank you.
Ron was gonna check the bulletin board again before the radio came through again. He sat down at the radio station and listened to the hiker's story, something he hadn't done since the first recurring night.
I don't know what happened back there. I was just camping, a solo hike, just a day or two to myself. This was such a mistake. Got fresh air, a run. Yeah, lots of good that did me. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at you. Just trying to keep my head busy, I'll let you get back to, whatever you do.
He seemed like an honest man, somebody who was just everyday normal person, like Ron was, or like you are. He looked at the bulletin board to pass time. Ron already knew everything on this board. The killer, the mimicking voice, even the alerts to the park rangers. It didn't matter anymore.
Break in the road? It says I'm leaving the Carnation Rock Trail.
Take the left path, over.
Alright, left. Got it.
He was tracing that map with his eyes again. Everything was going according to plan. Soon Ron would see the eyes of the creature out in the forest. The tree would fall as the creature chased the hiker, and everything would go just as it had every other night. Ron scanned out into the forest. He knew he had never seen the creature before, but he hoped it would be different. Even though it would be scary, he wanted to see what it was like in the natural environment as it ran through the bush, how it stood.
Run.
Ron quickly sprinted out to the edge of the tower, making the creature's eyes disappear. He wanted this night to be over as quickly as possible. There was no investigating what this creature was. Ron already knew. There was no and mysterious sounds that were coming from the forest he had never heard. He had heard them every night. This was an experience that enlightened Ron. Ron was ready to investigate farther than the natural animals of the earth. He wanted to know more about these mythical creatures, these paranormal beings. This experience had compelled him to investigate the unknown, the unbelievable.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Ron wished that he could just tell this hiker what it was, what was chasing him, but he knew it would be too much. This would be another night to repeat if he did. It's just a tree falling. Don't worry. Just keep moving.
No. Did you hear that? That is not a
It wasn't a tree. Ron knew that, and he'd figured that out by the second day.
Alright. I think I lost it. But I definitely lost the trail too.
What do you see? Any landmarks? The lake? Or a cave?
I think I see a lake and a cave, a mine, something like that.
Go towards the mine. You can find your way back to the path from there.
Look, then.
Over.
You should get me out of this. I owe you one. Okay, let's just set it at that.
Ron stepped away from the radio. He just kept looking back at his plan. The Goatman was playing right into the palm of his hand, whether it knew it or not. That did bring a serious question to Ron's mind. How had he come back from death, not once, but now twice? And a terrifying thought washed over him. The only reason this creature hadn't got the best of him, because he had relived this moment over and over again. Ron flicked on the light and looked at the book on the bookshelf. Myths and Legends of the Pacific Northwest by Pillar and 10. He reminded himself, making that mental note again, that he needed to take this book with him when he left. He wondered what other stories it contained and which adventure he would depart on next. Ron watched out the door. Any second he knew those glowing eyes would come for him. He wondered if the hiker would see the creature from across the lake. He would have been just the opposite of it now. And just as they do every night, the eyes appeared. Ron stepped out and they whisked away into the shadows, just as they always do. He was excited. His heart was thumping. He knew this was it. He could feel this power, this unbelievable might inside him, that he was finally going to win.
I get it. Haha, let's all have a good laugh at the lost guy. But okay. That's not fair. Maybe you're not laughing, you know? You aren't laughing, right?
Sir, I'm not messing with you. You're gonna be safe, don't worry.
Alright. Good. That's good. Are you going to save him?
You bet your dirty ass I am, you stupid fucking goat. Ron was fired up. He knew everything was going to plan. He couldn't get that mightful power out of him. He was going to win. This thought was repeating in his mind. Winning, surviving, being the better man. Or the better man over a Goatman. You wish he had a full beer here, all the empties around to celebrate. That thought paused for a second in his mind.
Looks like another fork in the road.
Head off this path to the left. You'll lead to the tower.
Hey, you, I'm getting the feeling that, somebody's watching
as Ron saw the beer bottles at the corner of his eye and he listened to the radio. He thought if the other ranger had relived a night over and over again as to why he was drinking so much. Ron was watching around, looking for the creature if it would be coming up soon, but he stuck his head out the door to see the other tower. He wished he could see the hiker or the creature climbing the stairs around it, but it was much too far away, and the silhouettes and misty shadows of the night made it impossible to see so far. But he hoped to see it.
Hello? You there? Where am I? Where did you send me? Because I just showed up to some empty tower. I already told you. This is not funny. I have had an extremely long night. So please, just tell me where you are. Show me where you are.
Ron listened to that voice he knew was the mimicking Goatman, and he just wanted to confuse him. Flicked on the tower lights for a second. Hopefully it would run out into the forest and get lost, as the hiker would be safe. This would be Ron's victory. He wanted to shout over the radio, but he knew the hiker was safe. Ron packed up and grabbed the Penn and Teller book before leaving. There was no deja vu this time. As he walked out of the entrance of the park, he tucked the book under his jacket. He was approached by the Gracewind Herald journalist, asking if he knew anything about the trespassing hiker who was apparently led to the tower as he was chased by a wild animal. Ron just shook his head and tucked his Parkranger hat deeper into his duffel bag, disguising himself as just an everyday hiker. Well, it looks like Ron made it out just fine. I wonder what he'll be off to next. Well, I don't. I know where he's going. Ron wants to track down some more of these legendary animals. Hey, thanks for coming to watch the final episode of Do You Copy? We covered all the endings, so if you missed one, just check out the channel. There's a playlist with all of them. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you never miss one. We at least get one out every week, or we try to. More importantly than anything, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.